What up, Sneakerverse? It's your boy Monster, here to talk about my top 5 gobbles of 2020. Plus, one honorable mention. Let's get it. Now, before I get into my list, I wanted to make one honorable mention. This is the first time that this shoe has retroed to the exact specs of the original since 1989. That's a clue for you, and you haven't figured it out. Well, maybe you will when you see them. Because I'm talking about the Nike Air Jordan Retro Fire Red 4s. Now, even down to the OG hang tag, we've got that beautiful bubble that was all the rage back in the day. That was an anomaly to be able to see through your shoe. No one had ever seen that before, and people went nuts over it. That beautiful Nike Air that's on the back, ever so coveted. We always want it. We want to see it. Well, we got it. We got it in this bad boy, and it's just a beautiful shoe. I had to give this one an honorable mention. So with that said, let's take a closer look at my honorable mention from 2020, the Air Jordan Retro Fire Red 4. Starting things off at number 5, the Kenzo Vans collab. Kenzo Paris is an amazing design company out of Paris, France. They decided to collab with the legendary skate brand Vans, and they came up with this crazy thing. Now, this is my number 5 because this is the craziest pair of Vans I've ever seen. And Kenzo Paris really killed it with this all-over floral print. There were 3 shades of this. This is considered the green colorway, and there was a high top and a low top. I'm a low top guy, so I went with the lows. I don't know if I'm gonna wear these anytime soon, but guaranteed the day that I do, it's gonna be a good day. So let's get a closer look at my number 5 Kenzo Vans.
For the record.
Moving on to my number 4 gobble of 2020, the Sean Wotherspoon Adidas Super Earth. Now, this was a follow-up to his Asics collab that he also came out with in the year 2020, and those were crazy. What a cool way to move on from your Nike collab Air Maxes to do some crazy off-the-wall stuff like this. I have such an appreciation for this shoe. This shoe is so cool to me. It's just got totally off-the-wall different vibes, and as you know, if you know me, man, that's my style. So these are still really affordable. If you're wanting to get a pair of these, do it, because this is just such a clean shoe. It's definitely a conversation starter, and that is why it's in my top 5 for 2020. Let's take a closer look at the Sean Wotherspoon Adidas Super Earth. Moving on to my number 3 gobble of 2020, the Nike Dunk Low Plum. I absolutely love this shoe. This is actually a retro of a shoe that came out in 2001 as part of the Ugly Duckling pack. But man, I saw this shoe and I knew I was going to have it at some point in time, and things worked out. I was able to trade for it because these skyrocketed in value after they came out. So, man, the thing I like the most about this shoe is it's just straight up comfortable. The suede on them is so buttery soft, and it's just a conversation starter. When you wear these on your foot, people talk to you. There's just something about this shoe. So let's have a closer look at the Nike Dunk Low Plum. Moving on to my number 2 gobble of 2020, the Air Force 1 G-Dragon Paranoise. Now this is another colorway that we get from the K-pop king. But this is the white colorway. The black colorway of this shoe actually came out 1 year prior in 2019 in November. So we just got these a couple months ago, and I'll tell you, there's so many unique touches on this shoe that there's so many things to look at, between, you know, the swipe on the midsole, you know, the dirtied, pre-dirtied outsole, the paint that rubs off to reveal the artwork of G-Dragon underneath. I'll tell you what, when this shoe is stripped, it looks absolutely sick. There's amazing artwork all over this shoe. You know, you've got the embroidered flower here. There's just so many touches on this shoe that made me a fan of it, and I needed to go for it, and I lucked out and I got it. So there you go, number 2, the G-Dragon Air Force 1 Paranoise. Let's have a closer look, shall we? Let's face it, people. 2020 was the year of the dunk. The hype went through the roof. We had so many that dropped, and people went nuts. We had the Travises, the Grateful Deads, the Ben and Jerry's, the Habibis, the Turdunkins, the Frame Skates. There were just so many that, frankly, if you're into shoes and you didn't try and get a pair of Dunks, you were the minority. But with that said, we get to my number 1 gobble of the year 2020, the Nike SB Dunk Low Chicago. Now, a lot of people consider this shoe a grail, and me included. I mean, I absolutely did everything in my power to get this shoe, and I did. And I did for retail, which made me even happier. So, it's just a beautiful shoe. The leather on these are absolutely premium. It's in a classic colorway. And, you know, that blacked out Nike on the heel, there's so many things about this shoe that it makes it so beautiful to me. And this is a special occasion shoe. I've had these on ice. They are very, very crispy. But I'm waiting for that beautiful special day to break these out. And that day is coming soon, I guarantee you, because I can't stare at these any longer. They're just so pretty. I need to wear them. So with that said, that's my number 1 gobble from 2020. Let's have a closer look at the Nike SB Dunk Low Chicago.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
Well, there you have it. There's my list. My top 5 gobbles, plus one honorable mention of the year 2020. Now, I don't know what the year 2021 has in store for me, but I went for a lot of shoes and I took a lot of L's, but I caught some cool W's, 5 of which you got to see today. What do you think of my list? Do you have a top 5 list? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one. Monster, out.